Welcome to HD's burner account. Don't you know I love haters? Love all y'all. Love all y'all. Wish I had longer arms to hug all y'all. So yeah, I'm finna do the Power Book 4 Force. I gotta catch up to Kanan. I'll probably catch up to that later tonight, but I got a review here. Then I gotta give y'all my theories on Fallout. And then I'll give you a theory on Hell's Paradise. And then I gotta watch the Jujutsu Kaisen, give y'all my thoughts on the season review. I got a comic book I gotta read. Give y'all my thoughts on Absolute Batman and stuff. So this channel, make sure you hit the like button. Share this to all your platforms. If you want to donate, you can Cash App on this channel, or you can go to my other channel and you can leave a super thanks or a super chat, or super thanks or super chat. Also hype up a video over there. Any video you want to choose, you can, or you can Cash App. There's no donation too big or too small that we won't accept. Now, oh, did I get my wallet? Okay, I got my wallet. Now, Power Book Force, right? Power Book 4. It started off good. It was going well. I did not like how JP was taken out. I felt like that was some BS, but hey, Jannard was gone off of the stuff, and he decided in this last episode, I'm not going to use the stuff. His crew basically turned against him. When he took out his brother, it was over for him. Everybody respected Diamond. See, since the season 1, Jannard has always blamed Tommy. It never was Tommy's fault why you lost everything. You lost everything because no one never believed in you in the beginning. The only reason you had the power you had was off the back of your big brother. You're in a field that he dominated, that he did his thing in. There was a loyalty, there was a respect. Tommy was pissed off about getting rid of him, but at the end of the day, it showed you that Jannard is not a leader. Nobody hung with him at the end because they lost the Marquez thing, because Marquez was wilding. They had to take him out and say, look, we trying to make money. All this personal vendetta crap this dude got going on, we can just merge our cartels together. Y'all got Chicago locked down. We can make even more money. So, and I knew that Shanti was going to end up being, of course, the leader of CBI. And that's the thing. Nobody had... This is why they were saying, like, bro, when we was with Tommy, we was making money. We was good. Tommy ain't mess our stuff up. Everything was because of you and your brother. But all of it was because of Jannard's jealousy. Jannard's jealousy and not being able to sway men to roll with him. And this is why I always said Jannard was never that guy. Now, I was disappointed in the series finale. I thought we was going to get either Effie or Brayden or Diana or somebody. It would have been dope seeing a couple of the cast from there, but I figured they weren't going to be in it because I think it's going to be a whole new cast. The interaction with D-Mac and Tyreek I thought would have been better than it was, but it's like they were like, okay, we put D-Mac and Tariq together. Y'all got y'all picture. This is what y'all been talking about. I'm like, bruh, like, you could have had better dialogue. Like, this is why I say, like, the writers just are not good. If you wanted to compare the series The Wire to Power, Wire will have a longevity of replay value because it was authentic. Power comes off as a Disney version of that. You got a wild out white boy going around doing whatever he wants. Would have been off so many times if it wasn't for plot armor. You know, and then just all the other stuff that was accumulating over time blew up. Nobody wants war. See, people get a false interpretation when it comes to how street violence and stuff goes down. People in the streets want less bodies and less war as possible because they're trying to make money. So even if they did get screwed over on something, they're not going to come back just blazing bullets and guns and stuff. I know because I have family members who were in the streets. Now, you would have to deal with certain stuff where, okay, we got to deal with this because this is way overboard. But for things like that, they would have never rolled with Diamond and Jannard at all. All those guys would have talked with Tommy. They would have had a real meeting. They would have been able to do what they do. It wouldn't have been no, well, Tommy didn't show up because of this. No, it would have been, no, we finna meet up. Somebody from the coalition that was unbiased would have found Tommy, would have got the info, and then would have came back and then assessed the situation. These idiots just said, man, we just don't like the white boy, so we finna roll with you, Jannard and Diamond, which was dumb. And then the thing is this, when Jannard was trying to tell you the story, I could tell Jannard was lying. Not just because as the viewer I watched the episode, but you could tell Cuzzo with the dreads, he knew something was up. That would never have gone down like that. And then they sent D-Mac on a dummy mission, which was dumb. What Diamond should have done was talk to Tommy, him and D-Mac, all of them come up with a plan to hide D-Mac. Or to keep him close. Or if they had to take somebody off the board, take him off the board. So all of that was crazy. Then at the end, when the drop got put on him because Dredd, of course, Tommy went over there to talk to Dredd. Dredd listened to Tommy because Tommy has been a man of his word. Even though he don't like him, like, it's not about liking or, you know, all that is high school and elementary crap. You don't have to like nobody to do business with him. And the dude listened to him because he told him what was happening. He told him what Jannard did. Tommy told him straight up, look, man, Jannard off them cats. He off my brother. My brother was a musician and a bar owner. What would he have to do in the drug game? And that's when bro with the dreads, and he kept his cool, got the information, took it over. Now Shanti runs the whole thing. Shanti just wanted a seat at the table. What Diamond should have done was he should have cut his brother off, put Shanti in the mix with him, Shanti, and of course Tommy. What messed Shanti up was she fell in love with Jannard because she loved Jannard. She had love for him. What she should have done was she should have kept it business. Whenever you start having sex with one another, the lines get blurred. It's not going to be the same. This is why I don't try to, I used to smash a chick at the job, like when I worked at a job back in the day. But as I got older, I realized you can't do that, because if you're trying to make your money, that could come back and bite you in the ass. And it's facts. So when you're in that line of work, you do not want to mix pleasure with somebody that you're getting this money with, or you got her as the connect. Now, old buddy got smoked like he did and everything. First of all, old buddy should have never came back. Old buddy should have made it look more believable in the last episode before the finale. But he didn't, so Jannard knew what it was, got his phone open, and these are some terrible guys. They have everything to their face to open up their phone. Why would you do that? That's what I had a problem with, the writing with that, because it's not believable. People are not walking around with phones that will open up your face. Everybody has either a burner phone, and if they do got a main phone, bro, that shit has no way to be, you're not going to be able to access that like this. Now, some of these new cats nowadays might do that, but the old heads, nah, they weren't doing that. Diamond was never the same after that kid got off. When that kid got off, Diamond was messed up. Then you had Tariq come in with some people that I don't even know who the hell that was. I don't know who the hell Tariq scammed to come with him. And I just don't like Tariq's character, because Tariq's character tries to act like he knows it all, but really don't know it all. So then he gonna try to talk to Tommy like, yeah, man, we ought to get back to New York, and, you know, we got this. I knew they was gonna go to New York. I told people that. I said I knew they were going to New York. Because at the end of Ghost, he got that call from Tommy. Not only that, he runs it now. He got the Tejadas out the way. He got Noma out the way. He got all the players out the way to be able to do what he got to do. So I knew they were going to go back to New York, because the mom was like, I'm going to New York. And of course, Maria, we going to see how that worked, because Miguel, she might not want to go to New York, because she ain't going to have no family with her. Unless Miguel say, Cabron, let's go. I mean, but I don't know. Now they're saying that, oh, it could be in LA, it could be somewhere else. To me, they're going to go where the budget is small. They're going to go to New York. They're going to go back to New York, because they're not trying to spend a lot of money. They're trying to make it as grounded as possible. That's what they do with TV shows. Like, they want to make it grounded as possible. You know, they're not trying to pay all this money to people, so they're gonna condense the crowd, or condense the workers. D-Mac really didn't catch nobody. He was just chilling. It was like, what are we doing? Like, it was so thrown together. They had a plot going. I thought, okay, series finale finna be dope. It was weak as hell. The Asian dude became the head guy, dirtied the black lady and the white guy name up. But them two were so stupid. For her and him to be working for the DA and all of that, they were stupid. They're not finna go into a situation where they're by themselves. Like, you set yourself up. A lot of that stuff wasn't believable. Like, in The Wire was authentic. You was like, bet. I give this season a 2 out of 4 stars. 2 out of 4 stars. I was expecting more. I didn't get what I wanted, so I felt the Maria trope. I wanted to take myself off the board because of your character. Excuse me. Your character has been always staying put. You done seen Tommy do some of the most egregious stuff. You done took shots, seen somebody get popped, and then all of a sudden, you like, I want to do this and that. I'm going to Mexico, my fam. It's like, Alright, whatever. I believe they changed that part. I believe it got overwhelming for Maria. She was trying to get the hell up out of there, get her mind together, then come back. The mom found out and thought that she was trying to, you know, abandon Tommy, which she wasn't trying to do. Her character loves Tommy. She knows the lifestyle Tommy is. Her brother's in. She knows how her whole family is. It's like she knows nothing else. So, do I see them going to New York? I don't see her going to New York unless her brother goes. If the family, it was like, yo, we're going to uproot. I'm going to leave you here in charge to do this and that. Then I can see that. But if they're going to go forward with legacy, they've got to be more authentic. They've got to make it more realistic. And I got to see what Tyreek's character is going to do. I want to see if Method Man's going to come back, you know. But I liked it, the Diamond and Tommy trope. I wish that could have stayed together, but they needed the off Diamond and all of them because they want to be able to move. And then you had Vic, of course, come back. This dude got a fine-ass white chick, moved to the country, decides to leave and come back. It's like, what are you doing? You're not built for that. Your sister and father had more balls than you. Your sister just couldn't be the head because Pops knew. He like, dog, you're a woman. They're not going to respect you. This is why he kept telling her that she was hard-headed. If they would have listened to the Pops, all of this shit would have been good. He knew Vic. He knew his son was soft. But he ain't had no choice. He knew they would listen to him because he's a man. They're not gonna listen to a woman. And a lot of times that happens. But he came back, him and Jannard are like, yeah, we're gonna go get revenge. First of all, if I'm Jannard and I made it out with my life, I'm leaving, going to a whole nother place and get my shit together. Seriously. Because Tommy ain't gonna stop till you in the ground. But legacy, so far you got Tyreek and Tommy. Do I think it's gonna be good? I don't know. Power fell off to me after the original Power, I think season 3 or 4. That's when it went off the rails. And it just ain't got back since. Power Book 2 Ghost was horrible. All the seasons were horrible. Even the last season was horrible. The Fate Ghost. But whatever. I give it 2 out of 4. Other people may like it more than I did, but hey, that's the reason why we have life. Because everybody can speak about it from their own point of view. And I got to talk to LB about it. I know LB going to be like, man, you just hating on it. I'm like, well, I guess I am.